sniper. Works flawlessly. Well, fellers, it's been about 6 months since we gave you a little update on the Galactic Conquest here. This is Dad's 5.3 that we threw together, put it back in here. This is a junkyard, $250 LS. Now, he went through it, did some nice stuff to it. It's got a stock LS2 camshaft in it, stock lifters, stock valve train completely. And I call this a circle track motor because it had a bent rod when we got it. And so it's got a eBay rod and piston assembly on one of the holes. I don't know which one, but there's our circle track motor for the Galactic Conquest. Oh. Is that good? Got all of it?
I don't know.
So, a lot of cool things have happened over the last 6 months, even though we've been MIA from the old YouTubes. A lot of cool companies have said that they are intrigued by what we're doing. First off, Tooley Racing sent us over a full camshaft kit with valve springs, push rods, titanium retainers, keepers, everything we needed. And let me tell you, it's some pretty beef stuff. Let's take a look at this little wrap sheet real quick. So what we got here is the Tooley custom road race camshaft. All right, if you look at these details real close, we got a 603 lift. That is way bigger than the previous camshaft we were running in the 4.8 at LS Fest last year. We got $5.99 on the exhaust. And then check out this duration.
All the exhaust.
All exhaust. Duration on the intake is 235. And then 250 on the exhaust side. This thing, it is just a thumper.
It's gonna wail.
It's gonna wail. We're looking at close to 7,500 RPM, valve strain stable RPMs is what we're looking at here. That is what I'm talking about. So, huge thank you to Tooley for sending over this stuff. And this engine is gonna be way more than this little 5.3 ever deserved to be because of this valve train kit. So once and for all, Tooley's kit that they sent us is gonna put us in the right direction as far as the valve train is concerned, because if you've been following along, we've had a couple issues with some valve train stuff. Moving on. So, of course, the boys at Holley have continued to support us through everything we're doing. They're the only reason we have a Super Sniper, but they saw that I was having some fuel pressure issues because I threw on their 100-gallon-per-hour fuel pump because the one I had on there died. And so they sent over their billet, which is a absolute gorgeous piece of machining. It's got the AM fittings already in it, so we'll be throwing this on the car when we go through it and put our brand new camshaft in. They also sent us over some data acquisition equipment. And if you come on over here, I can show you. So as you can see, our interior is lacking some major things. First off being any kind of a gauge cluster. People really enjoyed the No Bad Vibes cardboard cutout we threw in there. So Holley sent us their beautiful little 5-inch dashboard for the Galactic Conquest. So we're gonna be mounting her, I don't know, somewhere right around in there. You know what? I think it fits beautifully in this interior. I mean, look at it. Spacious, small, very race car. So obviously, those two companies have really come alongside of us, and Holley's been with us for a while now. BTR just coming on. Super awesome people to work with. They're always there. We need to talk to them. I've called their support, Holley support a couple of times when I was having some fuel pressure issues, and they helped me solve those things. But on top of everything else that happened over the last 6 months, we did go ahead and throw a ground control kit on us for our strut tops. So we replaced the eBay ones that were on there. Ground control did not help us out with that at all. Bought them out of my own money. They were really cool because I got them at half price because they hadn't bumped the price up of that kit. That was really cool of them. I love them. The kit works flawlessly. The front end is dialed. We're gonna adjust the heights up and down a little bit. We have no idea how the thing rides. So the whole reason that we're even out here on an April day when it's literally 49 degrees is to see how it drives, see how it runs, see what it feels like. Now, I will say, I'm not gonna go in depth with what's going on with the rear of the car. There is a company that sells stuff on eBay that starts with an M that I don't want to advertise for. Their products are garbage, is what I'm going to say. And I've had to do a lot of machining. My dad's worked on a lot of the stuff for me. The Elder Guru has done some things that I said to do that are probably not up to his standard to make it even just sit here like this. So chances are that's not even going to work in the back. That has nothing to do with ground controls kit, which is absolutely flawless, beautiful, and totally worth the money if you're looking for a way to have adjustable ride height on anything that you own. They make a lot of kits. So what we're going to actually do today is we're going to take the car for a drive, haven't driven it in, I don't know, 2.5 months, something like that. And then we're literally going to pull it back into the shop where it's been sitting for, I don't know, 2 years now, and pull it all back apart. All right, boys, I'm going to pre-lube with my AccuStump. Here we go. Oh yeah, we're pre-lubed. All right. Things are happening. Got 12 volts. I don't know when the last time the battery was charged. Don't need fans. It's 50 degrees out here. That's not bad.
How about that sniper?
Works flawlessly. We also have the EFI Pro progressive throttle linkage kit for the Sniper, which should be pretty cool.
Should make it a little bit more friendly right off the throttle.
It's kind of hard to drive right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she's got a lot of power really early.
Yeah, a lot. Well, sick. Sounds good.
Sounds really good.
Sounds really good. Listen to that little baby LS2 camshaft though. Like I need a chunk. Let's go for a drive. Buckle up for safety. Got Billy fur all over me. Oh, got just the seat. Let's see if I remember. Clutch still works. Flawless. Guys, I will say, the clutch in this thing is the lightest thing I've ever felt. It's a hydraulic one that probably is in every Camaro ever made. And it works so well. And we're confident everything in the front suspension is tight.
Confident enough.
Alright. I heard a clunk. So I did some jerry rigging to get the fuel pressure under control. And dude, this thing is sitting like right at 60. Oh, did I tell you that the left rear caliper is leaking coolant or leaking brake fluid?
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you want to know what it was? The brake line was loose. I had to tighten it up.
No.
Yeah. This thing's a joy to drive. I'll drive us back to Greenville. Oh man.
You haven't driven it with these tires on it yet, have you?
No.
Oh, dude.
Haven't driven it with these tires or the suspension.
We got sure enough factory spec. What are they? 245?
245.
245 Falcons.
Falcons. Never had some Falcon rubber. Oh man, this thing's chilling.
Hadn't warmed up yet, so there's no lifter tick.
Exactly. I'm gonna be honest, the suspension feels a lot better than it did.
It's not clunking around.
No. And we haven't really done any bushings yet either. Like, we probably should do lower ball joints on the front. Probably be something healthy to do.
I'm sure Mikey Sorrell will get in this car and say it's a total disaster.
Like, oh, this feels like mine. Dude, this is better than this thing has ever run. Of course, it's right before we're going to take it apart.
Right.
And it's got proper fuel pressure, actually, with a good fuel pump.
This thing's going to be obnoxious with that, idle now.
Oh, man. I can't wait.
Golly.
Yeah, the only way I know it's up to temperature, as far as the oil's concerned, because I don't have an oil temp gauge, is if the lifter's ticking. Because if the lifter's ticking, I know the oil's up to temperature.
Give me a little throttle blip. Come on now.
It's got a little stutter.
Yeah, it does have a stutter.
I mean, the tuning's all jacked. Oh, a little poppity pop. A little backfire here and there.
numbers aren't, yeah, they aren't bad at hard throttle, but
No.
you roll into it.
Look,
Golly.
it's deadly.
It literally runs out of fuel. That's what caused it to stall.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder why it's going to lead.
What's it done before?
Never had an issue pulling.
Really?
Never.
Is that noise back there the fuel pump?
Yeah. It's cavitating. Could be just running out of fuel. It's like it would. I feel like it would have already. Maybe the pickup's uncovered.
Should we go put some gas in it? Is that the wrong thing to do?
I don't know.
To fix something?
I mean, we could put fuel in it. That wouldn't hurt.
It sure sounds like it's aerating fuel back there.
Yeah. I've never heard the fuel pump that loud.
It literally sounds like it's sucking. Dude, it sounds like it's sucking bubbles in there, which
does.
sounds like that's what's getting to the front.
I want to look at the fuel pressure, see if the fuel pressure is low. All right, so we went and got some fuel, put it in there, because the fuel pump sounded like it was starving, and it was, because it was cavitating really bad. So we're going to see if that fixes our lean out issue. But the fuel pressure looked fine when I got on it a little bit, but unless the injectors are clogged. It won't even rev. Yeah, I think we might have some dirty things going on. I cleaned the post fuel pump fuel filter too during all that mess. After driving the car, we found some issues, but the suspension works.
Issues? More issues?
More issues? No, that's why we're taking the car apart. But suspension works. Even in the rear it works. So no tire rubs. We're going to lower the front down eventually. That's cool, whatever. Things need to be tightened up. Suspension's good. So we're happy with that part of the process. But we have an extreme lean condition, which we've never had with this thing before. And I think it might be with the jerry-rigged regulator setup I have right now. So I need to throw that Holley regulator on there. Also, this fuel system, we're running the stock fuel tank. That was pretty crusty and we did a big clean out. We probably should replace the sock that's in the tank. Maybe remount the Holley pump to make sure that it's getting the kind of fuel that it needs, but it gets really loud as we're going down the road. So I think there's a big blockage somewhere in the system and I'm thinking it's probably in the tank. But overall, it was nice just to drive the car. The little LS2 camshaft sounds pretty cool. Can't wait for that BTR camshaft to go in there. Can't wait to get our Holley dash put in the car. And overall, super stoked with where it's going. We just got to really work hard because we're going on Hot Rod Power Tour in June and we're going to LS Fest East in September. So we got a lot to do and we have not that much time to do it to make sure this thing can actually go, what, 1,400 miles? Yeah. Round trip? It's going to be like 1,400 miles. And we've never even driven this thing to the gas station with the LS in it. So it's gonna be a heck of a thrash to get it done. By the way, if you're in the market for a camshaft, have questions about that, the guys at Tooley Racing will set you up no matter what you have going on as far as your engine program is concerned. And if you need anything else for your hot rod, the guys at Holley Performance will set you up. They have got literally everything you need on their website. It's super intuitive to use. Go on there, check it out, because it is impossible not to win with Holley. Thank you guys so much for watching.